Today we're going to talk about something that annoys me maybe more than anything else in the realm of music, and that is the concept of talent. We're going to get into why you can play piano without being talented, but first I just want to tell you a story. So when I was starting out on piano, I had a lot of trouble sight reading. I found it very challenging, and I know that's something a lot of pianists struggle with. And to this day, it's probably my weakest area. But anyways, there was a song that I still remember back in the first book. This is like a kid's level song. And I thought it was so challenging that it literally made me cry. I was just so frustrated by this one note at a time song that I actually was brought to tears over it, and I just had to walk away. Really think about that. Even though I'm a Berklee College of Music alumnus, piano teacher, piano recording artist, at one point in time, a kid's book level, one note at a time song was too difficult for me. And the point of the story is this: everyone starts as a beginner. No one sits down at the piano and just starts busting out Chopin. It takes a lot of work. Here's how I think about talent. Talent just means starting a few steps ahead. So some people do take to piano easier, but they're still beginners and there's still a ton of work to be done. Picture this. Let's say you really want to hike to the top of this mountain. This is a big goal for you. Well, how ridiculous would it be to say, oh, I can't hike that mountain because that guy over there, he's starting 10 feet ahead of me. That's insane, right? You can still hike the mountain. Who cares if someone else is starting a few steps ahead? You can still reach the top. And hopefully you also heard the second sort of subtext to that story, which is that it's totally an excuse. If you heard someone saying that to you, you'd be like, all right, bud, sure, like, you're obviously just trying to let yourself off the hook and you don't want to actually put in the work to hike the mountain. And this is why I hate the way we think about talent, because that idea of talent means when we see someone doing something amazing musically, we assume it's just something natural that they can instantly do, when really it's probably like 10% they were sort of inclined towards it, but 90% hard work and tons of time behind the instrument. So when we see that, we let ourselves off the hook. We say, oh, they're talented, I'm not, I couldn't just sit down and do that, therefore this isn't for me. And this isn't like hypothetical analogies or something, this is real life. This is what I see year after year as a teacher. I see people who have talent, who take to it really well, but they throw in the towel before they get to even like an intermediate level. On the other side of the coin, there's people who have a lot of trouble getting started, but eventually they get the hang of it, they stay with it, and they become really, really great. That's why I say talent doesn't matter. What good is starting 10 feet higher up on the mountain if you're gonna just give up halfway to the top? Are you starting to see what I'm saying? And on a similar page, it sort of belittles what they've worked to accomplish. You know, when you say, oh, you're so talented, again, that just implies that it's something they could just sit down and do and didn't take any time or effort to learn. When really, again, they might have spent 10, 15, 20 years learning how to do this. So, moral of the story, put the idea of talent out of your head. Just completely leave it out of your mind, because music is not about what you can just instantly do or not do. It's about hard work, it's about having a good teacher, and it's about putting in the time. And that may sound like bad news on the surface, like, oh, I've got to actually put in work now. But really, it's a fantastic thing, because it means that playing music isn't just reserved for some special people with a gift you don't have. No, anyone can do it, as long as you're willing to have the drive, put in the time, and stick with it. Remember, everyone starts at the beginning. Don't think of it as some genetic, unchangeable thing like your height or something. Think about it as, I've got to walk a mile. Am I gonna complain about the people who are halfway down the track already, or am I gonna start walking? The choice is up to you. All right, are you ready for this? This is called the Mexican hat dance. Whew, pretty brutal. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to subscribe to the channel and feel free to drop any piano related questions you have in the comments below. Last thing, be sure to check the description because I made a crash course video on how to understand the language of music. That means the how and the why behind what makes music work. If you master this stuff, it makes playing piano so much easier. And it also will open you up to do things like play songs by ear, write your own music, improvise and jam with other people. It's so important to know, and it's something that not a lot of people learn. So go check that out, leave me a comment, and I'll see you next time.